So last night, Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky lost to the Atlanta Dream. And it was Angel Reese's best game statistically. She had a really good game. And I watched the full game last night. I was just exhausted. Like, you guys have been seeing how much I've been uploading on this channel. I just kind of hit a wall. It happens. Like, it happens on this channel at times. Like, it can happen to everybody. When it comes to YouTube, some days you're just exhausted. So I didn't upload a video, but I'm going to do a breakdown of the game right now, as well as later on one about the New York Liberty and the undefeated Connecticut Sun. Before we get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 7,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And right now we are, what are we off right now? We are like 350 off. Absolutely incredible. So thank you guys so much for the support. But anyway, now let's get on to the video. So the Chicago Sky played against the Atlanta Dream, and the Chicago Sky are just so scrappy. And first of all, the Atlanta Dream, like, fair play to them. Like, they absolutely bullied, like, Tina Charles bullied Angel Reese in the post. Like, that was the welcome to the WNBA game for Angel Reese. Angel Reese actually had an all-around better game. She was better offensively, turned the ball over quite a few times. But, like, I don't mind the turnovers. She's trying to push the floor and throw it out ahead to her teammates and create something. I don't mind turnovers when a player's trying to create something, especially because her turnovers tend to be dead ball turnovers instead of live ball turnovers. I don't mind that too much. But Tina Charles cooked her. Like, and so did, what's her name? The other post player they brought off the bench. The two of those, like, she got destroyed inside. So Tina Charles and Parker Tyus. Sorry, well, Parker Tyus, the 4 and 5. No matter which of them were being guarded by Angel Reese, they were destroying her in the post. So that does show there's a little bit of a weakness to her game when it comes to guarding, like, true post players. What Angel Reese's been really good at is guarding the Neko Owumake's, the Breanna Stewarts. These, like, fours will play like guards. So it did show a kind of weakness in guarding actual post players, which is fine. Like, look, no one's perfect. Caitlin Clark has a weakness guarding anybody. So obviously that is just pointing something out. And I genuinely got I remember reading comments being like, "Oh, you're just hating on Angel Reese. You're saying some good things just so that you can criticize." I'm like, well, yeah, players have strengths and weaknesses. If you don't believe that, then I don't know. I don't even know. But for the Atlanta Dream, it was really, like, Ariel Powers coming off the bench was good. Ryan Howard hit a massive shot to win the game, or like to ice the game down the stretch, but she hasn't been shooting well this season. She was okay yesterday. She was okay. I don't think a lot of people complain about her being a snub for the Olympics. Like, I don't really think so. I think her making the 3-on-3 team, like, she'll probably be on the next one. Her making the 3-on-3 team is fine. She's going to be an Olympian. She's probably going to win gold. Like, they brought Cam Brink, her and Hailey Van Lith. Like, they're not going to lose. But I know she had a pretty decent game. For the Chicago Sky, Kennedy Carter had her worst game in a long time. They didn't play her at all down the stretch. Camila Cardoso with 13 points in 21 minutes. She's just huge. Like, she's just, like, she's so hard to guard because she's huge and she has really, really soft touch around the basket. Like, there was one when she ran in for an offensive rebound, she kind of caught it and put it up very, very quickly. Like, the ball just, when the ball's in her hands around the basket, it's going in. She's not the best, obviously, like, as far as just foot coordination. Like, like, sometimes she kind of gets caught in a bit of, like, weird situations where like, she's struggling to make moves towards the basket, but if she can get near the basket, the ball's going in. Her touch, if you gave Angel Reese the touch of Camila Cardoso, like, she's the best player in the league. But she was very good. Angel Reese, or like Marina Mabrey, I love Marina Mabrey as just her game, because, like, she will be cold as anything, and then she'll just go, the ball will just be hit to her and she'll just make a touch pass somewhere there. She'll make an unbelievable assist pass and then suddenly she'll just go and hit a big shot. She was struggling in the game, 12 points, and then came up huge in the fourth quarter. Diamond DeShields really struggled. She started off well and couldn't hit a shot in the second half. Evans was pretty decent, but, like, Angel Reese was the top scorer for her team. 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 steals, and actually shot 50% from the field. Like, that is the biggest surprise. She had 13 rebounds, with 11 of them being defensive. So, like, a lot of her rebounds, in fairness, on the defensive end, were the ball landing in her hands. If you watch that, like, the ball was landing in her hands. But at the same time, this is like the one game you can't argue that she got a double-double off missing her own shots. She actually made some tough buckets. And she got a really nice, I can't remember, it wasn't an and one, I don't think, but like through contact with her offhand, she actually made a nice layup. And I think the big problem is where she released her layup. She releases her layup from like below her shoulder, like here. And it's so hard to make that shot because the ball has to travel further. Simply put, the ball just has to travel further. But it was one of her best offensive games. Probably her best offensive game. I don't think it was her best all-around game. I think their win against the Liberty, where she pocketed Breanna Steward, she held Breanna Steward completely off her game, and then ended the game with, like, I think she had 5. I think she ended with 11, but I think she had 2 going into the 4th or something, and then got a big and one, big steal on the defensive end. I still think that was her best game. I still think that's one of the best. I still think outside of Caitlin Clark's last game, that's been the best game played by a rookie. Oh, no. That's the third best game. Ali Edwards versus the Sky, I think, was the second best game played by a rookie. But when it comes to Angel Reese, she's still fantastic. She is fantastic. Like, her ability to just do all the little things. And she's able to stay on the floor long enough. Like, I know she was in a bit of foul trouble. Like, was she on 5 fouls? No, 3. She picked up 3 fouls in like 30 seconds. But she's just able to, she does all the little things, which is huge. Like, she's probably the only, like, I get it. I think people hate Caitlin Clark so much that they attribute different things to Angel Reese. Like, she is the perfect glue guy. And you put Angel Reese on any team and she makes them better. If Angel Reese is your number one option, your team might lose 40 games. But if Angel Reese, the fact is that she was their top scorer and she was their 5th option most of the time on the floor. She shot 10 shots, but a lot of those are like teams leaving her wide open, her cutting off the ball, players drawing double teams and her getting it with just one dribble to the basket. When they give the ball to Angel Reese with her back to the basket, unless she has a mismatch, she is going to miss. And that's the good thing about rookies. You can see what they do well and what they don't do well. Like, you can see against against the Mystics, they were trying to feed Angel Reese, and she really struggled. She could not make a shot when they were trying to feed her. But you see, yesterday, she shot once every 3 minutes, and it was all within the flow of the offense, and she can score 13 points. And that's an impressive thing, is that she can probably, a lot of people are like, oh, she could average like 25 points a game. No, she couldn't. She realistically couldn't. If she's averaging 25 points, she's going to have to take a hell of a lot of shots. She does not have the offensive game to do that. Will she get it? Maybe. But what Angel Reese is the best. I think she's one of the best at what she does in the league. And like, Alyssa Thomas, very clearly better as far as being this like hybrid for like guarding any position. Like, Alyssa Thomas is the best possible version of what Angel Reese could be as far as her offensive game. I don't think she ever reaches that, but like, that is, if you really are like, okay, what could she be? That's like the best possible version of what she could be. But like, I'll stand by my comparison. She probably will be prime Joakim Noah. She's gonna average in and around that 11 points a game. She's gonna average a double-double. I'm very confident that she's the best offensive rebounder I've seen in this league. Even though she only got 2 last night, regardless of getting her own misses, like, she just seals better than anyone else in the league. And in the WNBA, a lot of players wait that split second to box people out, whereas as soon as the shot's up, she has someone sealed. The scouting report is already out and she's still doing it, so I can see her continuing to be the best offensive rebounder for years. And yeah, the Chicago Sky as a team are terrible, by the way. Like, they're genuinely terrible. They play up or down to the competition. It doesn't matter who they're playing, they're going to be winning the game. They were down near 20, they pulled it back and they lost in the end. They're genuinely, like, I'm not joking, they are one of those teams that if they're playing against a team of scrubs, they will look like scrubs, and if they're playing against a fantastic team, they will look fantastic, and if they're playing against an average team like the Atlanta Dream, they're gonna look average. They will play up or down to whatever level their opponents play. They live off scraps, they live off hustle, which is fine for a team, but they're probably going to be quite a bit below 500. They might scrape into the 8th seed because the Dallas Wings suck, the Liberties suck, the Mystics... It's not the Liberties suck. The Sparks suck, the Mystics suck, and the Fever suck. So they might scrape into the playoffs at the 8th seed, but I think that's the best they're going to do. Like, I know, obviously, the Phoenix Mercury didn't look too good, but their players are coming back from injury. They've got Griner back. So, look, it is what it is. And Elizabeth Williams is going to be out for quite a while with a meniscus surgery. So, I know Isabel Harrison's playing... really well recently, but the Chicago Sky are struggling. They're going to struggle.